Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the Zodiac campaign. Now, before we jump right into the action, of course, we have a few short announcements to make as per usual. Something that I'm really slacking on updating is open slots, because they have literally been changing pretty much every few hours. I have people joining some games, dropping those games, joining other games, starting new games, joining different games, dropping other games, joining more games. So it's been a ride. But if you are interested in joining our community and joining any of our games, please feel free to reach out to me. I do take the time to talk to people directly. If you are looking to join into something, I will be much easier to tell you what we have available. We are a pay-to-play community, so please keep that in mind. However, if you are bored while sitting home dealing with the Corvid virus, please go ahead and give us a follow on the Twitch, the Twitters, the YouTubes, and the Facebooks. It really does appreciate it if you do send that our way. And if you want to recap certain things that have happened through many of our different games, you can go onto our YouTube channel and start watching some of our videos. If you want to recap exactly everything that happened in this campaign for this story arc, you can watch all of that, as well as for one of my new Embrace campaigns and Taldore, the one that's been going on for a while. We have all three of them being uploaded into their own little playlist, so please go ahead and watch them. Really do appreciate it when people give it a quick little view. Aside from that, we don't have any more announcements to go over, so Imperial, give us a recap of what happened.
When we last left off, I believe we had just arrived at... No, we had just started talking to... I almost said Malcolm. Mark... Fuck, I just...
Markov.
Markov 2.0. Where he had left us on a cliffhanger the previous day. Previous session. About the location of Draftar. At that point, we decided to pick a more secure location to talk about this, where Draftar had some comedic moment. Not Draftar, Markov. There's so many ending in of. Markov had a...
like.
No, it's not. No, Markov had a rather comedic moment with Ban. Mistaking him for the chauffeur. Okay, Lucian.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I'm recollecting myself. It's difficult. Then figured out that Draftar exists in a place outside of the astral realm, and he had no idea how to get there, but he knew a guy that got there, who he said was probably dead. We found out that was one of the lucky survivors. Who knew? Of Maida Outpost. After trying to find him, Lucian sent him a sending, figuring out that he is a bit of a prick, but he agreed to meet us, and he was at Nordis Outpost. After arriving there, what's the word? Debating, that's the one. Debating as to how to proceed, they arrived at Nordis Outpost via a teleportation. It was Nordis, right?
Nortis, yes.
Yes. And subsequently hiding in the alleyways and whatnot. Choosing the least suspicious, maybe not least suspicious, least well-known members of our ragtag group to scout ahead and see if they can't blend in. Figuring out that Markov 2.0 had a penchant for stealing shit. Who knew? He's a rogue. And subsequently going to the guard captain, convincing her to hire us, and stealing from her. Is at this point I can't actually continue on because the day before last week I had some minor inconveniences and had to come and go from the session.
So, after that point, you all found an inn that you could all easily hide underneath. All of you were gathered together and started playing phone tag, pretty much, with this other individual. When he got there, he expressed to all of you that this plane of existence is kind of like a place that is a limbo of sorts, a place where people don't go to unless they die, and they are passing through to go someplace else. Some of your party members became familiar with this location, and you decided to try your hands at collective group suicide in order to traverse through this plane and hopefully track down Dravdar, who has something of incredible value to all of you. So, you purchased the necessary components, went over all of the specifics of this trial, and one by one allowed yourselves to be killed. Now, when you all appeared inside of this plane, it is a very large hallway growing outwards, doors at every interval, left, right, all of them, as far as your eyes can see. Perfect, clear, very soft, smooth stones, and there was a very familiar individual to some of you who was there as well. As you all appeared, you saw Imperial, who looked incredibly frustrated at most of you. And although the token I'm utilizing right now is just the one that I had saved to my computer, sorry, Carl, would you like to describe what Imperial looks like for the other people who don't know who they are?
Yes, Imperial is contrary to the token, at this point, very, not tall, but a lot more straight up, so to speak, than your last remembered him. But for those that don't know, for those that haven't met him, Imperial is what looks like at the moment a dragonborn with, oddly enough, tiny wings on his back. Clad in his traditional rovish attire, and he supports underneath that hood a very, very snake-like neck and head. He is a very irritable person, but some people just go beyond that and just deal with him.
So, as all of you appear, you also notice that there's somebody else who is not here right now. Nobu seems to be missing.
Reagan's just gonna turn around and kind of panic a little bit.
Oh. Lucian, explain yourself.
Me?
I'm a little surprised. What are you doing here?
Where do you think I've been trapped?
Always the last place you look as she looks around for me.
Lacey, it's nice to meet you.
Good to see you again.
You're
You've been here the whole time?
Yes. Well, mostly. But, please tell me you didn't replace me with her, and I'm going to point at Gabriella.
Is this the guy we came looking for?
No.
Ooh.
No. No, we're here looking for Dravdar.
Oh, he's still a thing? Oh, yeah, he is here.
Oh, if this isn't Dravdar, then I'm sorry. I'm Gabby, and I put out my hand to shake
Sure.
Imperials.
All right, God, baby. And he extends a hand and grips into you.
Yeah.
Yes, and
This is Imperial. He was one of my longtime traveling companions. He fell in our travels, and he's not able to be resurrected due to the foul magic of some shadow entity.
Croton.
Yes.
Well, that's his name.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
that doesn't really explain much to most people. I figure shadow entity kind of plays it out there.
Imperial snaps his fingers, causes a minor image of the Shadow Walker.
It is a tall creature formed of nothing but shadows itself, very lanky, with two protruding long ears that scoop downwards, and by comparison to anybody else in the image, which I imagine Imperial is detailed enough to show the dead body splayed across the ground and skewered with its fingers, it is gargantuan.
And who's the other elf? Who is surprisingly distracted. I thought I proposed a more presence.
That's Reagan. Reagan, what are you doing? Apparently, she can't hear us either.
No, I can hear you just fine. There's. Haven't you noticed someone's missing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we still got 6.
No, there's
Can't
5.
argue that logic.
Oh crap! I counted Imperial. That means we're missing. Ah shit, Bon.
Who?
Remember
Oh,
what they
you're
said?
replacing me with more people.
Remember what they said? You're supposed to go somewhere. You'd go there. It's surprise Gabby's here.
Mm.
That's true. That's true.
I am nothing if not courteous, and he reaches out a hand.
I wouldn't worry too much about it for now.
No, she's one of those germaphobe.
No, it's fine. She kind of like shakes it off and reaches out her hand. I'm Reagan.
Reagan. Yes. You said you were missing someone. Bon? The fuck? Are you sure he didn't try and call himself Ban?
Bun?
Well,
Possibly.
I mean, this is another realm, and you're a good friend. It was Nobu.
Oh!
Oh,
going-
he knew Nobu. Okay.
He's going under a different name these days with,
What did he get himself into? Please
what
don't
did
tell
we
me he
all
fucked
get
another
ourselves
town.
into? It's a bunch of bullshit with Leo.
He died.
What? Wait, what happened
Yeah.
since I was gone? I've been in here this
Man.
entire time.
Let's see. He died. I died. She died.
Well, you're dead to be here.
Oh yeah, and then we all died again.
What?
We're like on a mission, but we've got a plan to like get resurrected out of here. We got to go either kill Dravdar or take away the life stone that he stole from us.
He's got a
Fight it.
life stone?
Yeah.
What if... Yeah, you're useless without me.
What can I say? So
I
have you
miss being
explored,
alive.
or have you just stayed in this room the whole time?
Oh no, I've been enamored by the wall. No, I opened the door. It was nothing but another sad, pathetic existence, otherwise known as a life. No, I could see like other people. Can't walk in there, I think. I don't know, never tried it, never cared. Yeah, I've actually had just about no one to keep me company, so this is a welcome surprise for once.
How long have you been here in your time relativity?
Jero, how long?
Probably like 10 years.
10 years-ish.
Oh shit.
How long have I been dead? I'm gonna look at Lucian.
About a year and a half.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's been about 18 months.
I swear, if you don't get me out of here, you will have a fucking vengeance on this world.
I'm working on it, man. Come on. You know me.
That's why I expect so much from you. And he gives you a smile that he rarely gives. Now, where's the rest of the idiots?
Man, this is it.
You come in here and give it half-hearted. What?
Half-hearted. These are the heavy hitters. We're gonna fuck some shit up.
Gabby's playing with her hair and filing her nails.
Just waving again.
Iblis is waving a lot.
Blazes, what the fuck?
It's been complicated, and a lot of people come and go nowadays. There was a war. A lot of people died.
Please don't tell me it was Nobu who started it.
No, it was a little fish man. I don't know what happened to him.
Galahast?
Yes, you remember Galahast.
You do realize that besides these two, you guys were the last things I remembered.
Oh, yeah. There are lots happened.
What about my goddamn... It's still my house, and I'm gonna point at Lucian.
Man, I'm super pissed as well. Leo fucking wrecked our house. While we were
You're getting me out of here right
gone.
fucking now. I spent money on that.
I spent money too. I'm super pissed. All I got left is a pile of rubble and a fucking basement.
Oh,
Bullshit.
thank God. Thankfully, my vault's in there.
Yeah, that's true. The basement's still there. The foundations.
Oh yeah.
My fucking bedroom. It's trashed. My
The bugs.
laboratory. Destroyed.
Still there.
What'd you say, Reagan?
So the bugs on the statue are still there, but that's it.
Was she into the bug craze beforehand? Or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It just wasn't as much of a joke at that time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at it as our Lacey's to me. You never change.
Gotta keep the things that keep us young, right?
Well,
I think you
say
have a
that,
lot
but
more.
she has changed significantly in the last, 3 weeks.
Did you finally manage to kill something?
You could say that.
Oh, God, she killed herself.
Not
What did you do?
inaccurate.
No, but okay. No, oh God, no. She's sad. What the fuck?
So,
Yeah, that God creature. The fuck?
they're on the phone, so.
Oh, okay.
So, while you have been in here, you do know that this hallway is an infinite expanse. Or presumably, considering you walked for about 2 years off and on, and you did not reach the end. Some of the doors open, some of them don't. The last door you went into was a really shitty jungle. You didn't like it. And then when you stepped through a portal at the end of that jungle, you kind of just popped back in here. And everything that transpired was little more than memories to you.
No, yeah, I've been just being given trial runs of different lives. I never liked them. If you walk into that one, you'll end up a baby of an emperor. I don't know. Burn down a castle there. Fun times.
So what you're saying is that it's almost impossible to navigate?
I don't know. I never tried. I just kind of walked.
Mm.
So you came in here with no plan.
We've got the standard plan. Show up, kick ass, head out. That is our standard plan.
You do realize that plan gets us killed half the time.
Only half of us half the time, no offense.
Yeah.
Patience of a jungle cat.
Don't worry, I got like 7 more lives left.
Since when did you become a cat?
I just heard a cat reference.
Imperial, roll me an Arcana check.
Alright. I actually have proficiency in that. But I jinxed it.
You're not really sure the significance of this hallway or the different rooms. All you know is some of them seem to be associated with memories that you have, as well as memories other people have, who know you. And others seem to be completely different worlds where you're also known. It's kind of weird.
Yes, welcome to my own personal photo album. I've been able to do a bunch of weird shit since I came here. You know, I'm not joking when I say this. I think I have shadows in my blood.
Okay, yeah, that's not normal.
As they're talking, Reagan's gonna take a chance to walk away for a minute, and she's gonna try and reach out to her parents and see if she can make contact.
Okay.
Why does it sound like there's a cat being strangled in the background?
Yeah, it really does. So you reach out mentally, trying to meditate and draw them closer. Roll me a wisdom check. Okay, where is that coming from? Because it does sound like a cat's being strangled.
It's Reagan.
Okay, cool. Is there a cat dying or a vacuum sucking up a cat?
It might be my fan.
Now we don't hear it.
Hold on, Reagan.
Yeah, that's
unmute
my
yourself.
daughter. She's in the
Oh.
other side of the room playing with her trains.
Sorry,
Why does your daughter
both
sound like a cat?
It's her trains.
I think it's the trains that need that question.
Why does a train sound like a... Never mind. Anyways, on a 7, it's a little difficult for you really to reach out and concentrate specifically on them and to do your best at summoning them up. This is not your specialty in your concentration of monkhood. That's something that Elias was much better at. That's why he had the ancestral threats. No such luck.
Really?
So, you're all standing there, looking down at a hallway that expands in both directions as far as the eye can see.
So, I don't know, the vegan's over there doing something. Glacis is currently being solemn. The god baby is filing her nails, and we're down a Nobu. You need to find Raftar?
Yes. He is the reason we're here, and he took an opportunity to claim something that isn't his, and we need to get it back.
Now, as a matter of note, Iblis, since you kind of brought it up, none of you have any of your equipment on you. Nothing. Just the clothes that you were wearing. Not even, like, armor. Just clothes. Lucian,
Oh.
you have Tempest.
Anything else?
Nothing.
Oh,
Quick
shit.
question: does he have the gauntlet Tempest was in?
Tempest wasn't in the gauntlet.
It was in
Oh,
the
isn't it?
armband.
Ah,
So he does have the armband that is just for Tempest, but nobody else has anything.
I don't have my
oh
bugs.
God, you lost an arm, Lucian.
What'd you say, Iblis?
Do I have my
Yeah.
bugs?
That counts as clothing. You have your bugs.
Thank God. Okay, summer edition.
What a great time to be a monk.
Yeah, right. And Gabby's over there like, God damn it, again. No armor.
This is just like Luna.
Now, Imperial, you do have all of your equipment. That's on you right now. Welcome back. I don't know if you heard that last bit, but none of you have any of your equipment you previously had.
What am I wearing?
Your clothing.
Clothes.
What clothing?
Oh Lord!
Well, I mean, I'm just always wearing my armor.
You have a sundress under the armor, I presume.
Ah, okay.
With
All right.
specs.
All right. I don't have any of my armor.
Nothing.
Any items? No items?
Nothing. The only person who has anything is Tempest. And Imperial has everything he has.
As he walks, there's a coin purse that shakes.
That's what the kids are calling it today.
I got buried with my platinum. Shut the fuck up. Now, here's the question: has anyone been digging my grave? Ah, shit. So, barely a plan, half the people, and you need to find a draft of all people. Right. I'll see what I can't summon up.
Are there any torches around here?
There are no... No, and I'll say sure. There's some sconces with torches attached to them.
I'm going to try and cast Thaumaturgy to turn them white.
The flame turns white.
Hey, magic works. Good to know.
Of course it works. How else do you think I keep myself entertained?
Yeah, but you
Iblis.
seem to be a little different.
Iblis, roll me a wisdom check.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. I lose my. Oh, never mind. I don't need it.
Nope, check, not save.
Oh. Can I use my inspiration?
Yes, you can.
Let's do it. Never get to use it. So. Public. Yeah.
Alrighty. Iblis, you turn towards one of the doors, and you go and reach for the handle, and within an instant, your mind flickers over towards one of the armories in hell. A memory that you have. When you open it up, you see the large room with different creatures of different ranks moving through the area, grabbing the weapons they need as they are about to wage war through Avernus to push back the demon armies. You look around, and this is from when you were a very young devil.
Do I see my first crossbow?
Give me a perception check.
Shoot, this is where I should be. Okay, let's do it. And 15.
You find the Fiend's Mouth, a blackened hand crossbow that has the mouth of a chain devil attached to the end of it that can shoot the arrows from it. It is a simple hand crossbow that looks badass. You move through there, and you kind of feel like you're retracing your steps as yourself, and a few of the individuals pass by you in the same way, bumping into you, shoving you out of their way, treating you as the tiny, insignificant devil you were back then. You were not always known as the Godslayer. You had to create that name for yourself.
Do
Okay.
we all see this happening, or is this only in her
Yeah.
head?
You all see the room. The door's wide open.
Do I see armor and stuff for like Gabby?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, nothing for Gabby. You see like simple leather armors. Most devils don't need armor.
I mean, I'm not wearing it, I guess. I'll just start turning back and say there's weapons in there. So walk out with a simple crossbow. I'll add that to my inventory.
Where is that place? What did you just do?
I imagined the armory back in Inverness when I went to fight. When I went to fight at the opening where all the demons were coming out of.
Seriously?
Yeah, just imagination. That's what they said, isn't it? That's what Imperial said, isn't it?
He said something about memories. I thought it was all his memories, so it's anyone's memories?
I
To
think
be
so.
fair, I have had no one else to experiment this on, so I
Well-
did honestly think this was for me.
Reagan goes to the next
Fair
door
enough.
and remembers her home before it was attacked. So with the full armory, everything.
All right, give me a wisdom check.
I'm going to use my game advantage on this.
Go for it. Now
Really
hold up,
care about
everybody. You do, no matter what, draw forth a memory. As you open the door, you look down at the basement of your home. The large family estate lined with the tapestries and fine weaponry and art all around it. This is the training quarters where your father first wanted to teach you how to wield a blade, as every young elf must. You see yourself in there as the small child, having him bring his blade swinging swiftly, and you having to throw your entire body out of the way to not take the impact of the harsh physical blows. Over and over, he is thrusting the blade, attacking, swinging wildly, and trying to graze it off of you. And every now and again, he will cut with the blunted edge as it slams and bruises your bones. Do you step in?
Yeah, she'll step in.
You're immediately thrusted into the tiny 10-year-old elf that you were. Trying to deflect everything and defend yourself as best as you can. However, you do have all of your memories, all of your experience, and you are able to swiftly parry and dodge out of the way of him as the memory continues through this assault.
At that, she'll run behind him, remembering the way that he told her never ever to go to, and she'll try to get past him to go down.
Okay. You start running down the stairs, and you hear his voice calling after you, but he doesn't chase. This is a memory. As you lead over to the stairs that you have never traversed before, they disappear. You can't go somewhere that you don't remember.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, but now you know.
So she'll stop and come back and and she'll wait for everyone to come in and arm themselves if they're able to.
Oh, you asked them to come in? All right. All of you try entering into room. However, none of you are able to.
Okay.
This
Well,
is
if
not your
that's-
memories.
If it's just a memory, what if I just remember the room we were just in before we came here? And she's going to try and open a door to that.
Give me a wisdom check.
I'll use my advantage.
Go for it. 14. You do remember the room. As you walk through it, looking around, It's a static picture of exactly what is transpiring right now. You have the gruff and tumbled individual currently reciting some words off of the piece of paper in their hands while kneeling over top of you. And you have Markov sitting not terribly far away, spinning a dagger on his middle finger, just staring at it. And you see everybody else's body.
Can I grab my sunblade off my hip?
The moment you step through, you're in your own body.
Oh, shit.
However, your body is currently dead.
Okay.
Congratulations. You
So
killed yourself.
I'm trapped. Just for eternity, just laying here like, well, shit.
Damn it. So this is how you make a limbo.
I think I've made an infinite loop. Crap. Can I try to ghost myself out of my body?
Give me a wisdom save.
Imperial's just gonna look.
You come on out. However, you know the theory is true. You can go wherever you can remember to go.
Alright, while in there, I want to try and use my ghost powers to knock the dagger off Markov's finger.
Passes through, unfortunately.
Ah, damn it.
It's a memory. You can't interact with it outside the norm.
Okay.
Everyone's having the fucking time
So-
of their life.
So Iblis, is she still in that armory, or did she come out?
She came out. I mean,
Does she have that crossbow?
Yes.
yeah, I got the little one. I mean, it probably would have been better if I remembered, like, anywhere in recent memory.
What if I remember a place that we all were? Can we all enter that place?
Yeah, probably.
Try to come in my room.
I don't want to
Well,
go.
no, I don't want to go where I'm dead.
You don't have to go in your body. Just try and come in this
You
room.
know,
The moment you
Mario-
step through the door, you go to the memory where you are meant to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get, like, pulled in.
Imperial's gonna look at Gavi and is gonna say, you know, were you about maybe 3 feet taller and more scaly? Maybe.
Okay. Here's a wild idea. I am going to remember the room in Reagan's monastery where we all left all our shit and we were going to get it right before we left.
Oh, we got it.
Wait, which memory specifically? Are you saying, like, when you were leaving to go onto the trials?
No, when we got back, we all grabbed our shit and then we
One person
had
grabbed
to
all of your shit.
teleport. One person, I thought we all grabbed it.
One person was quick enough to get there and back.
Let's just do the beginning of the campaign.
Or go to the memory right after the temple
Only
whenever we
Lucian will be able to
teleported.
get there.
So the Feywild.
After the Feywild, after we got back.
So in the war zone.
Yeah.
Before we go that far, Reagan
No,
will.
I don't think I can go to the Feywild because it's not a memory of mine.
I feel very left out of the situation.
Yeah.
Reagan is going to ask her father for his sword.
He looks down at you. Well, this is just a training weapon.
He would have had his sword in the room.
Oh, absolutely. But he's looking at the one that he's holding. He has his family sword on his hip.
And not that one. Yours.
You can look, but you can't touch it. He pulls it out and kneels down. And you see the very, very long, beautiful katana that your father used to have. The family blade that he told you stories after stories of how it was passed down from the first of your generation to come here from the Feywild. It has a blackened edge blade on the back and a pure white steel on the front. hooked at the top in just the slightest manner to make an easier pierce into a body. The hilt wrapped in a fine leather of red skin and glued together with gold. The pommel at the very end having your family's crest imbued into it in a perfect emerald or a perfect ruby. And he starts reciting the memory of this weapon to you, the story of it, as he does every single time you ask him about it.
Can I hold it just a moment?
It's much too sharp for you.
Then in the sheath, please.
Roll persuasion. Advantage because you're a 10-year-old little kid.
Imperial, who has like hooked his neck around. Imperial's like, oh, she's a scoundrel. All right, I approve.
He hands it over to you with the long wrapping sheath that is in the form of a red, scaly exterior all the way to the end of it that is the dragon's mouth.
And she holds it for a second. And then she gives him a kiss on the cheek, and she says, and she'll just say really quietly, "Thank you for trying to teach me all this. I know I wasn't the best, but I know what you were trying to do." And then she's going to dash out with it.
Right. Before you leave the room, you just hear the memory continue. "Well, it's no worries. You'll get better with more training. Just, we need a few more years together, that's all." And the door slams shut behind you. Attack of opportunity. Whack! What did I tell you? Always disengage!
Oh, that would have been perfect.
Dodge! Whack!
You can dodge a fish, you can dodge a dodgeball.
So, as you go running out of the room, tumbling back through, the door slams shut behind you and is now labeled with Childhood Trauma 23. Reagan.
You only had 23 by the time you were 10? Man, you must have had a good life.
That was the 23rd.
Imperial, who is like squat, you know, the hallway squat.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
other
she's
side
just,
is just
she comes out just holding it, just in tears.
Right.
Over it, like just not even still as the mind can really.
Add a +2 longsword to your character sheet.
yeah. Imperial, the insensitive bastard that he is just like he's trying to hold back the laughter. So, who wants to see the book I stole?
I do.
Fun times. Hold on. Just gonna try the next door.
Okay. You've done this plenty of times. Give me a wisdom check, though. You're the only one who's half proficient in these.
Bada bing. For a 13.
13. You open the door up, and it is the library.
Oh yeah. Let's see. He's gonna look around. Does he see a custodian?
Of course. They're always floating around. Moving and helping.
Oh, by the way, am I dragon right now?
You are considered Dragonoid, but you're still in that previous shape.
Dang.
It's kind of like Dragonborn.
It was the incognito shape
Yes.
before it became the normal shape.
And all of you see a large, very long Asian-style red dragon with this serpentine-like body moving through, grabbing and picking books off shelves, reading, dropping it on the floor, and going on to the next one. Complete disrespect for the library, but being able to read these books at an incredible speed, it is absurd. It flicks through the pages as quickly as its giant claw can allow it, and it tosses it to the side. Imperial, you remember being that intelligent, being able to skim through a book and comprehend every single word in an instant. It was beautiful.
Why do you think I wanted those goddamn glasses? Alright, where's the stupid book?
You step in.
Yep.
You step back in, being able to experience what it's like being a full adult dragon once again, moving through, slipping everywhere, dodging out of the way of all of the workers who are cleaning up the books after you, and moving their way over towards... You move over towards the locked door. It is a location hidden deep within the labyrinth of books that are here in Libris. And as you get over to that locked door, you see one individual stepping out of it and about to close the door, where in an instant you shoot forward, biting them in half and ripping them apart, keeping the door open as you burrow your way down there. You travel down the large spiral staircase into a considerably smaller room with about 6 bookshelves in total, all of which are wrapping around each other and connected at the edges, creating a pentagonal shape, or 6 octagonal shape. Sorry, it took me a minute to remember my shape. What? A 6-sided shape. So
Sextagonal.
Sure. As you slip through and start reading through many different books and secrets, you get over to that book, and as you pull it off the shelf, everything in your visual prowess right now becomes blurred, as you cannot remember what the book said, as is the nature of the curse.
I do this every time. As I release myself from this.
And for the first time ever, Lucian and Iblis, you have irrefutable proof that Imperial was in fact the dragon.
Well, I saw him with my bullshit vision. I saw his.
You saw a dragon behind him.
For all you know, that could be my great ancestor.
Well,
yeah,
I guess so.
Just happened to take a liking.
All right. I am going to go to a door and I am going to think of the party right before we teleported to Nordis Outpost after we bought all our shit.
Okay, give me a wisdom check.
First of all, we have a lot of times where we had parties after buying shit.
No, this is right before we went to Nordis Outpost. This is
which he's only ever been there twice. Once after escaping. Second, right now. Go ahead, wisdom check.
Which is it?
And I don't get any bonus for being proficient in wisdom saves. I just wisdom check.
It's an ability check.
All right.
Yeah. The only person who gets a bonus is the bard. Because bards are bullshit.
That's right, I have been bullshit.
I'm going to use my inspiration on this.
Your wisdom's pretty good.
My wisdom is not pretty good.
It's all right.
My wisdom save is pretty good. My wisdom's only +2.
14. Good enough. You open the door as all of you are standing there, and Nobu is now telling you the story of him killing the Rakshasa in the basement. Would anybody else like to step in on this situation?
I would just grab all my stuff.
Yeah, I'll go with.
Okay. You don't have to grab your stuff. You step through and you're in your body. All you have to do is walk out. And you had all the things that you had on you back then, which is all the things you currently have on you.
Reagan will do that, but if she steps in, does she lose the family sword?
You don't know.
Okay, she's gonna
Do you want me to hold the family sword out here while you go in?
Was going to mention the same thing.
yeah, she'll do that.
I could always hold it for you. He smiles.
Here, Reagan, I got you.
And if you've ever seen a dragon smile,
Keep in mind, you might have just seen me eat a corpse.
half
Or
of it.
rather, well, I say a corpse. It was
Make
pretty
a
alive
corpse.
when I caught him.
It was half. By the time he started chewing, they were dead.
I'm not a barbarian.
So yes. You all step inside, listening to the story, and immediately turn your backs on it as you walk back on through. So, you've all officially re-equipped yourselves.
So that's what Nobu looked like now. Weird.
You
Oh,
also
maybe
see
it was-
Markov standing with them.
Wait, what? Yes.
Yeah, he was there for that memory.
Yeah, I'm aware I'm acting as Imperial.
Yeah.
Wait. What? Oh, God. I'm just gonna assume you have a good reason for associating yourself with him.
Oh yeah, he's a nice guy.
No, he's not.
He's a useful acquaintance.
Okay, that I believe.
Really?
Acquaintance.
Useful?
Acquaintance.
Well, he got us here.
Useful past tense?
Useful. There's an ED on the end.
Useful-ish? Whatever. Yeah, so, how to get to Markov. Sorry, bad habit. How to get to Dravdar. I have one idea.
He apparently exists here somewhere.
Is the idea to run down the hall until we find him?
Oh, no, I tried that.
Oh.
No, here's something I learned. And I'm going to, since I forgot to add this, just going to add it quickly. Hound of Ill Omen. No, never mind. I wonder if we can sheet this out. He's gonna walk over to a door. Think of the fight they had with Dravdar in the basement.
Oh, don't pull that one up, please.
That's a different fight in the basement.
Oh, okay, good.
Same
We
basement.
have a same basement, same Dravdar. Oh God, what is with that basement, Dravdar?
Iblis,
almost
give
like
me a
they're
wisdom
connected.
check.
No, wait, what?
Iblis, I
Iblis?
need a wisdom check. They've been typing stuff this whole time.
I'm aware. Oh God.
You open the door, and all of you watch as she steps into a large infernal chamber where currently there is a humanoid-looking individual being whipped and tortured by Firna, somebody that all of you have seen in Iblis's summonings of her through blood and water. As you step in, Iblis, you know in order to take that blade, you have to make a deal with her, which would reinstate a contract Are you sure you want that? Because that is not the contract to keep you safe and protected. It's just the contract of servitude.
Wait, I thought you handed it in front of Nobu. You put it in the.
Oh,
crossbow.
Nobu is there as well. But
I thought it.
part of the deal for the Godslayer is that you will be her weapon to kill all of the gods on Zodiac. All of the gods. Even the ones that are only part god.
That sucks. I just wouldn't want to go back into the contract that we're in. Like, even if I'm not keeping it.
It's an infernal contract. You don't
What's
know
it?
if it transcends time or whatever this is.
Don't do it. What was that? Who said that?
What are you talking about? Gabby can one-shot Iblis.
Ugh.
Can two-shot Iblis if they fail their dex save.
Yeah.
And that's just. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna disappear. So, I'm just gonna tap Nobu on the back and say, "Hey, we gotta leave."
What? What? I thought you were getting your cool new toy. Like, that's so cool. Like,
I've been released from her service. I'm gonna say that loud enough for her to hear me and walk towards the door.
she turns her head as the memory does not remember this. And you walk on out.
Okay.
So does that mean if Ferna would come in here and go that exact same memory, she would effectively be able to reinstate the thing?
Who knows if these continue once we go back to the real world?
I don't know. You better prepare yourself for the loss of a sword.
You know, yeah. Like if I
Wise.
go back to my body, am I gonna have 2 sets of armor on?
Y'all would be rich.
Okay.
And be
Cramp.
We found a loophole. Just keep farming sets of armor and selling them.
all you have to do is hope you can come back to life.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
It gets tougher and tougher every time.
DC increases. DC increases.
Alright, I'm going to go to...
Just need to find a buddy who's a zealot barbarian.
Sorry, I got
Free, it's
distracted
free.
and completely forgot what I was going to do in the base. Oh yeah, I remember. Gonna open the basement thing,
Yep.
Bobber.
Yep.
Wisdom. Bada bop. Bada boom. 18.
Open the door. You see the grueling fight between you, Nobu, and Ellie. As the three of you are tunneled in a single row against Dravdar. Mika around the corner taking pop shots, missing every single shot.
Good times as he stands up from being prone. Okay. Yeah, Ellie, just move away, and I'm going to I'm going to give a full power firebolt at Draftar just for fun.
Far more
And,
powerful now.
Yeah. And I am going to try this.
That's a lot of text.
At 6th level, gain the ability to call forth a howling creature of darkness to harass your foes. As a bonus action, you can spend 3 sorcery points to magically summon a hound of element to target one creature within 120 feet.
It is a direwolf.
Yes,
That is medium, not large.
exactly.
And is a monstrosity, not a beast.
Exactly. And it knows the location of the target.
Oh.
I am immediately going to exit out of this hellhole.
Okay. You all
Does the hound
watch.
follow? Sorry, go ahead.
As long as you hold the hound, it'll follow. So you have to cuddle it.
I'm just going to pat it on the head and I'm going to leave.
As Drabdar is reforming, you fool! I will destroy you!
You fool! I will destroy. Where are you going?
So, you all watch as Imperial walks out with an adorable, fiendish little chibi corgi that is happily licking outwards and flicking shadows everywhere.
This
Oh
is the
my
one thing keeping
goodness.
me company, you assholes.
What's his
That's
name?
awesome.
Uh-uh.
Darkness.
Oh god, it speaks now.
Oh, all it can say is darkness.
Oh, okay. No, it's only got one head. What are you talking about? Actually, hold on.
So, still works.
I shall call him the Hound of Heck.
Darkness.
Yes, darkness. Follow Dravdar.
And goes bolting down the hallway.
See, I told you we just had to run down the hallway.
To the degree
Yeah.
only Reagan can keep up.
I'm going to string the lyre and fly. Da-da-ding-ding.
You could use your 8th level spell slot and make everybody fly.
It's fun to see them run.
Peasants walking.
Peasants.
So, is everybody following after the hound?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
will
Already.
go
It
that
can-
way.
It continues running for about 20 minutes or so. Oh, it only lasts for 5 minutes.
Dang.
Sorry, that was a good idea. After
Um,
5 minutes, it continues running as quickly as it can, and then stops. And the shadows dissipate.
Dang it. Alright, he kicks open another door thinking of the same spot.
Of course. And you're just going to farm, just keep using it.
Yep.
What
Alrighty.
level spell is this?
It's not a spell, it's a sorcery point.
Oh.
Alright, okay. Just to
Make it
expedite
easier.
this. It's 15 minutes left of it.
15
so
more
speak.
minutes before you get a hint.
Alright, that's a 6th level spell slot, and I'll have no sorcery points. Good.
Perfect. You all continue through this cycle over and over and over until eventually you come to a grinding halt in front of 2 doors that sit slightly off kilter from all of the other doors you've seen so far. To the left, there's one labeled past. To the right, there's one labeled future. Or present, sorry, not future, present. And you watch as the heck of a hound looks between the 2 of them.
He always was a vain idiot. Alright, you did good.
Disappears.
Being a vain idiot myself, I'm gonna open past.
Okay. You all see Imperial walking over to past.
Oh, first
Already.
of all, Yeah, no.
Hold on.
alright.
I am going to go over to Gabby, and I am going to cast the Gift of Alacrity.
So
So he gets
You
a
take a
D8 on
minute.
her initiative.
Cool.
you take a minute and you pull out a tiny black stone, seemingly from nowhere. And as you start twisting it between your fingers, and to everybody else, it looks like he's just grabbing the stone and putting it between his fingers back and forth. To you, you are actually weaving different threads that you've learned how to see, almost like you are crocheting, pulling the different threads and pulling them back over on top of this tiny little bead that you place up to the forehead of Gabby and disappears inside of.
Neat.
This should help us in our efforts. Let us proceed with caution.
Imperial turns on his heel and kicks the door.
Okay. The door did not open. You suffer 2 points of bludgeoning damage. The door opens outwards, so.
Yeah, I'd try the handle.
Look at the
Nicholas,
hinges. Where are the
twist.
hinges?
And open.
Are you sure we can trust this guy? He doesn't seem to be the brightest.
Don't worry, I'm the one that's good at opening doors.
You open the door. Congratulations.
Imperial's like staring for a moment, shakes his head, and he just looks straight up and curses under his breath.
So, as you open the door, you are met with a very disgusting, vile cloud of thick fog that is rolling outwards and grazing at the tips of your boots and feet. It is stretching along the corridor outwards for about 10 to 15 feet before dissipating, not being able to stretch towards any of the other doors within the region. As you look forward, you see a blackened sky with bolts of lightning crackling throughout it, left and right, as if they are shooting back and forth. You see a decrepit landscape, trees and shrubbery that are all mostly decaying, as if they are not able to receive enough nutrients where they are at to sustain themselves. And you see trees hooked downwards, creating a pseudo canopy on this little walkway before you. Winds are whipping incredibly fast, and there is energy crackling through the air, almost like static that you can feel. What do you all do?
Okay, guys.
And this is, you said this is the door to the past?
Correct.
Well, I don't know if we want to go in here. It's creepy.
Well,
Well, if it's creepy, it's perfect for Draftar.
Draftar didn't have Vita in the past. He has it in the present.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, why not? And Imperial turns on his heel again.
Tries to kick open the other door that opens outward.
Alrighty. You go over towards it, and instead of kicking it, one of you opens it. However,
It's a push door this time.
it appears to be locked.
Oh,
Iblis, you're good at opening doors, right?
Is there anything you can do about this?
yeah, should be able to. Or maybe I can imagine it's not locked.
Do you try?
The lock's
Check-
in my hand.
Check for traps.
Give
Yeah.
me a wisdom check.
The lock's in my hand. Holy shit.
It is still locked.
Oh, shit.
It
Okay.
doesn't work like that.
Guess we're
What's
doing
the
this
guy? What's the guy from Tim the Toolman show? The one who was the neighbor behind the fence.
Oh, that you can
Wilson?
only see his eyes, Wilson, yeah.
Wilson. Yeah, Reagan, you look exactly like Wilson right now with the way you have your camera set up.
Okay, I guess we're
Time
doing
to
it
impart wisdom to the group.
old-fashioned way.
The wisest man of all time, aside from Uncle Iroh, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Thieves' Tools 24. As you start tinkering with the lock, trying your best to open it up, you are not successful.
What?
Lucian, buddy.
Oh, now I get it. We gotta go to the past to get the key, guys.
Do we?
Oh, Iblis, you were able to tinker with it, just you didn't meet the DC.
Oh. Give me 5 minutes.
Lucian,
Oh.
Yes.
is the door magical?
Well, it'll take
Is
me
it
10 minutes to
magically
figure that
locked?
out.
Glacius, you have 10 minutes.
Yeah, I will cast Detect Magic.
Ritually
It's a
casting.
ritual. Yeah, so it'll...
Good thing you retrieved your spell book from the other room.
Yeah. Exactly.
So then, Iblis, while he's ritually casting, are you going to try again?
Yeah, let's try it again.
Go for it.
Guidance.
Ooh.
Imperial, are you going to do anything to help?
Imperial is just like,
Yeah.
he is going to give a disapproving stare of impatience.
Is that how you inspire?
In limerick
Yes.
form.
Yes! We have to hear your rhymes. Come on now.
Okay.
You gotta bring back the rhymes, baby.
Come on.
You can also add a d10.
Can he?
I don't know. I don't think they're well inspired right now.
Don't hear them rhymes.
Well, you gave me like 2 minutes.
We will, and we will wait. Impatiently. Staring.
We have plenty of singing over here.
The bird just wants to play along.
He does.
Has anybody ever seen the second Scary Movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Polly wants your mama's sweet ass. You don't talk shit about my mama. You don't even know my mama. My mama is a saint, son. That movie was fantastic. But anyways, a 33 is definitely high enough to open the door, Iblis. Did music stop for anybody else?
No.
No.
I hear it. It just changed, but I hear it.
God damn, that was happening to me all day yesterday too. I don't know. Something's wrong with Roll20. Anywho. So, everybody. The door
Okay.
opens up. Yeah, you got it? You got it?
Yes,
Go for
it
it.
just takes me a while. It's not something you can do on command. While the wizard dances and prances, I find it rather tragic. Hold on. Sorry, I'm a bit of a...
Rusty.
Yes, I haven't played this character this way in a fucking while.
You had an entire week to prepare, man.
I was more excited about being with Nova at this point. Alright, while the wizard dances and prances, I find it rather tragic that you are impeded by something that stops our advances.
Alright. As you open the door, feeling the invigorated, impatient stare of Imperial, 35 opens it very quickly, though it is an incredibly difficult, intricate lock for you to figure out and to tap into. You are successful, Iblis. Opening the door outwards, Lucian, it took her about 5 minutes to do this, so you're about halfway done your ritual casting. You all look forward. There is the exact same place you just saw in the previous room. However, the trees have been petrified and destroyed. The shrubbery has grown back with a little bit of life and spread more wildly through the area. You see an incredibly rainy and stormy, gloomy sight above you, as there are thick, heavy clouds obscuring this area, and the clouds stretch on as far as you can see, though there is nothing else obstructing your view. Do you go in?
Reagan will. She'll take a second to see if she can like hear anything, and then she'll go in.
Roll a perception check.
During my ritual casting, do I even notice that they open the door?
You do. You're a fairly observant individual.
Maybe I'm just so focused. I don't know.
It's ritually casting detect magic. It's not the most difficult thing for you. You could probably ritual cast this in your sleep at this point. But anyways, 26. You hear the trickling of water and rain, as well as the thick, heavy lightning that is emanating and enveloping this territory. However, as you sit there and listen outwards, you also hear the sloshing of feet through mud. And the sounds of a heavy object being shoved through it as well, getting stuck and creaking and squealing as it moves further through. But you don't see it, you just hear it.
I hear movement in this one. We need to be quiet.
Okay. I'm gonna use pass around a trace.
All right.
Come on. Do it. Oh,
Every-
magic doesn't work too.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, thaumaturgy worked.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, you cast Pass Without Trace. Everybody, please roll your stealth checks. 32. 29, 35, 29, 38.
I shouldn't have had advantage on that. It would be in a 26.
Oh, okay. Good thing that we changed that then. All right.
Well,
You all stealth. The average stealth of the party is 27, I believe? No, 28. 28, yeah. As you begin moving through, having Iblis guide you all as quietly and swiftly through the door, you all step through and you watch as the door shuts behind you, the first time that this has happened. You look around and you are standing in front of a crypt that has a locked door in front of it, the one that you just stepped out of. To your left, you see a few scattered buildings in the distance that only become visible to each of you as a crack of lightning shoots across the sky and allows you to see a bit further. The thick and heavy rain and fog in this area makes looking around very difficult and seeing things also incredibly tedious. Dark vision is not helping very much. Those of you with... Wait, all of you have dark vision, right? Not Gabby.
I've got dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Azamar have dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. All of you have a visual prowess of 30 feet right now. Anything
dang.
beyond 15 feet is at disadvantage.
What about umbral sight?
Does that say anything about ignoring nature? Because this is not darkness, this is nature.
It just makes your dark vision go farther, like 30 feet.
Unfortunately, the visual prowess is the fog and the rain. The darkness doesn't help, so...
I think now I technically have the longest dark vision at 120.
Probably.
Shadow magic, motherfucker.
Shadow magic, motherfucker! So,
Guess I
as you
just
look
spent this in-
around, slinking into the shrubbery, and it's large enough that if you all squat down low, you can fit very easily. Regan, you can still hear the pushing of this large object, and you look to the right, where you see that there is an individual in a heavy cloak, wearing pants that are cut off raggedly around the calves, and wearing wool shoes that are very disgusting and decrepit. They are currently stepping through the mud, their feet sinking in as they pull them out in steps, squashing deeper inside and pushing this big, heavy cart along as they do. The cart appears to have cages with nothing inside on top of it. Just dangling little chains with collars attached to the end of them.
How big are the cages?
There are two different sizes. Some of them are about 2.5, 3 feet tall, about 3 feet wide, and some of the other ones are about 5 feet tall and 3 feet wide.
So small size and pretty much humanoid size.
Smaller than a humanoid could stand in. A typical humanoid.
Mm-hmm. Reagan will and then point in the direction of where she's hearing things.
Should we help him? He seems to be struggling.
That's hard.
With his cages?
Sure, why not?
Does the individual seem familiar at all?
You can't see anything but the cloak and the calves.
I mean, if you guys want to stay here, I'll go talk to him and see if he needs any help.
Stravdar's fit calves. How fit are his calves?
You know how fit Dravdar's calves are, and they're not very. This guy has bigger calves than Dravdar.
Okay.
This could be.
But he has Vita. He could be rebuilding his calves.
He came in here to work out.
Fuck leg days.
He never skipped leg. He skipped leg day for like 1,000 years. Gotta catch up.
This could be Dravdar's helpers. We don't know.
Exactly. So I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, maybe they need help. You know what? I'll go help her.
All right, let's go. Iblis and I'll step out and. Excuse me, sir. You need any help?
You call out, and you watch as the individual turns their face over, and you see a ghostly, pale-looking face with dark, blackened sacs underneath their eyes, stretching down as if they have not slept in days, with a collar choking into their neck and 3 chains leading off of it. 3 links, perfectly. And as they see you, you watch as they move out of the way of the cart and start trying to run through the thick, heavy mud away from you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him in the calf.
Go for it.
Of course, it's the calf.
Yo, he got nice calves. Take that away.
Heavy crossbow. Normal.
Insults to injury.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead, yeah. They are not wearing armor.
Oh. I forgot
whoa,
plus
okay.
2.
Wait, what? You know, you still get sneak. Well, no, they're aware of your presence.
Oh.
So 13. As you aim for the calf, you kind of like shoot, and it grazes against an artery that shatters their leg as they trip, fall off of it, dead on the ground.
Why'd you shoot them?
Ooh.
Oops.
I thought you guys said you were going over there to like be helpful.
I thought so, and then he kind of ran. Iblis shot.
He's gonna...
Probably just startled the guy.
A few seconds later, you see the body start slowly moving upwards. The gap in the leg still bleeding through as it starts turning and crawling towards you all.
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
Well, that's not right.
Okay, Gabby, go heal him. Put it. What is it? Go tie off the wound.
Heal him?
Yeah.
It looks up at you.
I don't think
And
they
starts-
want healing.
Imperial, a 16 will hit. A bolt of fire shoots with a huge bloom of smoke up into the air as the body begins disintegrating.
Oh, I thought we were gonna put him in the cage. That would have been funny.
Damn it. We were trying to talk to him.
And he was already dead. You know, I consider that a mercy.
Let's investigate the cage. What's going on?
So, all of you step out from your hiding places. As you round the corner, you see off in the distance there is a town with walls surrounding the outside of it. The town itself has only 3 buildings that seem taller than the walls, and from this distance you can't really tell exactly how tall those walls are or those buildings. However, there's 2 lights glowing from inside. One is pulsating. The other one is a static green hue that keeps circling around, kind of like a lighthouse.
Oh, I think we just got our ticket into the city, guys. We're cage deliverers.
Or the most sickly looking person is like delivering slaves.
Anyone is that? Did you say that anyone was in the cages?
Nobody's in the cages. Nobody that you can see.
Can I discern if that person was already undead?
Roll me a
He's
religion
dead
check.
now.
I'm not sure of that.
This charred corpse is undead.
When you first saw him, that was definitely alive. When it started moving after the shot that blew a chunk in its leg, it seemed not alive, but still moving, which in your experience means maybe undead. Its current state is evaporated.
Hey, guys, don't die here or you reanimate.
Oh.
So, yeah, don't die.
This is why I never touched magic. I can't.
And magic has touched me.
Who's magic and where are they? I'll make sure they
Me?
never touch you again.
My magic inside of me.
He's inside you now? Oh, I'm so sorry. God.
Okay, where did you take this homeless person
And
away from?
turning away from that conversation, you all approach over towards the cart, where you see 7 cages in total. 4 of the small ones, 3 of the slightly larger but still small ones. As you get closer to the cart itself, you see each of these cages is labeled with a red paint. Subject 1, 2, 8, 6, 5. Subject 1, 2, 8, 6, 6. Subject 1, 2, 8, 6, 7. And so on and so forth. No, Stitch was not a subject.
Aw, dude.
Ohana meets family.
Burn it.
What was that?
You cannot beat Stitch.
They're all 1, 2, 8, 6, 5 and going up sequentially?
1, 2, 8, 6, 5. Yes, correct.
Okay.
As you look over at the charred and incinerated body, the cloak is destroyed. Most of the body is still there, but there is that large chunk in the chest, head, neck, and parts of the legs and other limbs that are completely destroyed from the Inferno blast from Imperial. You do notice, however, the collar is perfectly fine. Unscathed, unstripped.
That's what I thought. I wanna gather that up.
Okay. You go over towards it, and I'll say that you were able to complete your ritual casting of Detect Magic. You are sensing magic off of that, as well as off of the cages. The cages are emanating with illusory magic. The collar before you is emanating with necromantic and abjuration magic.
These cages have illusions.
Oh,
Can I try to see if there are like people in them?
sorry to cut you off. Point of order. That longsword Reagan is carrying has divination magic attached to it. Since it's a new thing that you don't know
Alright.
what it is.
It's interesting.
And that's a rare school of magic to find.
On a sword.
Sure.
On something in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Divination is kind of done.
Yes,
Divination
I will
is
make sure
badass.
everyone knows that these cages, they have like illusion magic. There might actually be people in them. I don't know. Something is trying to obscure the vision.
Can you make them not have illusion magic?
I'm just gonna kick one of the cages.
Maybe.
Okay. You kick it, and it rocks back and forth.
Get inside it, Iblis.
I'm thinking about it.
Get inside one of the small ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in the small one.
Okay. You need somebody to take it down for you. The cage is made out of iron. It's way too heavy for you.
I'll help you with that.
Yeah,
Gabby
I can
one
help.
hands the cage. Now you are the strong one in the party. Remember that. As you place it down onto the ground, Iblis, you do see that this cage is locked with a seemingly simple lock attached to it.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate for a trap on the wall.
Please roll investigation.
Guidance.
Investigation.
Roll your d4. 22.
22.
Great song, by the way. Tay Tay is Bebe.
Yeah.
But anyways, as you are looking over the lock, checking around it, oh, it is trapped, very heavily trapped, in fact. If you would have tried opening it without a proper conduit of magic that is meant to be associated with the key in particular, you imagine something really bad to severely bad would have happened.
Well, something's in here. So, Lucian, if you can spell it, I can probably open it.
Well, Lucian might be able to spell it.
Does it seem like that's something I can dispel?
If you have Dispel Magic, it's a possibility.
I do.
Roll me an Arcana.
Guidance.
All right. 26 plus a d4.
Yep, roll that d4.
That's a 4, so 30.
The cage's illusion is 5th level. The cage's lock is 6th level.
Ooh.
So yes, you can dispel it. You just know it'll be challenging.
Wonder what we're letting out when I get in here.
What if
So
it's children?
the illusion could be dispelled separate from the lock?
Yes, now that the lock's magic has been shown to you, the illusion is enveloping the lock itself to hide its magic. As well as the cage itself is emanating with the same school of illusionary magic. The lock itself, now that you focus upon it and look at the glyphs and the writings that Iblis barely even noticed, you realize is a very potent magical spell.
Well, there's strong magic on the lock, but there's illusion magic on the cage. Do we want to open the cage, or do we just want to see what's inside the cage?
I was gonna try to get at it, but I mean, if it's that locked and it's here, it might be children. Like,
Can't you just dispel both of them?
Well, I can't dispel both of them at once. I can.
Are you sure?
Imperial's going to look at you. I believe I'm being forgotten here, and I'm going to dispel the other one.
Which one?
The one he... Wait,
He hasn't decided on any.
fuck it. I'm dispelling the explosive bits.
But
The lock?
couldn't you just dispel
Yes.
both of them?
You can only target one thing when you dispel magic,
Yeah.
not everything in a radius.
So it'd be 2 spell slots to dispel both.
You would
That's
need
what
an
I mean.
anti-magic field to shut off
Do we want to
everything.
just see what's in the cage, or do we want to actually get into the cage?
Are you guys sure
Imperial?
about that on the dispel magic?
I've just dispelled the lock.
Let's look inside first before we make a decision about opening it.
Imperial's already dispelled the lock.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. It's only one.
Any spell of 3rd level or lower is taken off of it.
Yes.
So if
are
they
you
cast it at
targeting
6th
the
level-
cage or the lock? Those are two different
I
objects.
targeted the lock.
Oh, so the lock isn't considered part of the cage.
That is correct.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah. It's like I
Okay.
want this to be a challenge for you all.
I get it.
I guess.
I don't want to blow all my spells.
Imperial already did. What spell
Fucking-
level are you using?
Third.
Okay,
Wait,
give me a
6,
spell
so-
attack, please. DC 16.
Firebolt it is.
Pew pew.
No, that's fireball.
Little different, little different. I mean, I'll allow it if you want to cast that right now.
Is that enough?
23 is absolutely enough. You aim your hand down at the lock, and you start twisting the magical essence around it until you all watch as a spiraling flame envelops and disperses with a large shattering sound around you. And the lock unlocks.
Oh, that works. I'm gonna. Does you guys care if I open the cage?
Did I dispel the illusion first?
If you would like to.
Yeah. Don't you like have the clock thing anymore?
Go ahead and make a spell attack. Or are you casting it at a higher level? It is a 4th level enchantment.
Yeah, I will dispel the illusion
At 4th level or 3rd?
at 3rd level.
Give me a spell attack. DC 14.
35.
That's not
Or
a
no,
spell
that's
attack.
the damage.
That's a
18.
fireball. No, that is also not what we're doing. Roll a
Oh
spell
no!
attack.
I thought I hit.
Well, look at that. I'm not the
I
only
thought
one
I
that
hit
made that mistake.
firebolt.
No,
Oh,
you hit ball.
there.
Okay,
29.
That's good enough. That's good enough. And as you kind of contemplate on it, you all watch as there's a slight shift of imbalancement around this object, and a quick appearance of rust emanates as the magic fades away. And inside of this cage, you see that there is a creature leaning against the bars. Quieted, small, fiendish in origin. Eyes are shut as it is just resting its head there. Tilly is not a fiend yet.
Wait, is it Nero? Is the little singing thing?
Hmm?
Is it Nero, like the little singing thing we found a while back that I had
It
as a
looks
pet?
similar to Nero, yes.
Little shoulder guy.
Oh my god! And I'm opening it immediately and grabbing it.
I'm going to speak in Infernal.
Oh.
Nero, is that you?
You open the cage and you reach out towards the creature, which is cold. Iblis. Very cold.
Oh, god damn it.
Perception, though. Imperial. It has a silver chained bracelet attached to its hand.
Ooh, that's a low one.
Oh no, I'm saying you see it because you have a passive of 21.
Okay. You just said perception, so I was like, okay.
Well, I had to remember what your passive is. Iblis, you would also notice that as well.
Okay. Can I try to take it off of it?
Sure, give me a strength check. Or athletics check.
Let's try it. Oh, it's not so bad.
It's not breaking. It's tight along the wrist. It's hard for you to like get your fingers in there and pull it open.
Oh well, it's probably just a bunch of these things in there. Should we go to the
Imperial.
city, guys?
Imperial walks over, takes out the dagger of venom. Should
Okay.
He like he
You're gonna stab it?
technically,
Is it dead?
I'm checking.
Gonna cut its hand
Well,
off.
don't check by stabbing it.
All right, I won't check by stabbing it, and I take the hand,
Yeah.
in like two fingers,
Mhm.
and I just like place the dagger below the bracelet or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and I make a swish forward.
Okay. Roll me a medicine check.
Medicine. Who needs that? Exactly.
Or-
Who needs that?
You don't notice,
Not
however,
you.
the other people who are more concerned about the creature's well-being, as the first slice goes over, the hand flexes.
Stop, 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 stop. It's still alive.
Oh. Again, in Infernal. Seriously, I just tried to talk to you.
No answer.
Does this
Probably
silver
unconscious.
bracelet look valuable?
It does look like it is silver, which is a very valuable metal.
I'm gonna try to snatch
And-
that away.
In fact, now that you are here with your detect magic, it is a magical bracelet.
Magical. Hmm.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at first level on it.
Okay. The school is enchantment. Your wounds? You heal and you watch as the wound around the wrist seals up, and it gains a bit of a healthier atmosphere to its body.
Let's get it out of the cage. We need to know what Draftar is wanting with these things.
Well, usually they just sing and make everyone happy. I don't know
Do
what
I-
you want them with.
Think that the bracelet can be removed without, like, dispelling the magic on it? Is it something that is
Roll an-
enchanted on them?
Roll an Arcana.
Can I also?
Yes, you can.
I
Ah,
am
shit.
confused. This bracelet is
Not as
an
much.
enigma.
See, you're going back to the old Lucian real quick, where you're evaluating how much you could sell it for.
This is a valuable bracelet.
This
If I
could
could only
easily
get it
fetch me
off.
like 60 gold, which back then, that was a lot of gold to you. Imperial, however, this is a cursed object. If it is removed from the individual, the curse would end. Or if somebody dispelled the curse would end.
Alright, since y'all don't want me to cut off its fucking hand, I'm gonna do this, and I grab the tiny little hand and I squish it.
The hand?
Yes, the palm, you know.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Stop doing that. Why do you have to hurt this creature?
You're not able to physically destroy a hand with an 18. That's just, you're just squeezing.
Reagan will get between Imperial and the little thing and be like, Gabby, can you break this bracelet without breaking the poor little thing?
Highly unlikely, honestly. It's magical.
I'll try.
Gabby,
He might be right about that.
give me an athletics check, Gabby.
You know, there's also a high likelihood that if you miss, you are going to slice that thing's hand off.
Too low.
14 does not do it. Would you like to try again?
No, I'm going to see if there's some other way we can do it. I want to try and focus on getting it conscious.
Okay.
Honestly, if I'm guessing correctly, it's either going through some sort of hibernation, the curse is causing it to go to hibernation, or it's enchanted with something that makes it feign death.
What
That
kind
too.
Did you know what kind of magic it was, Lucian, on this bracelet?
It was a curse?
Enchantment magic. The school
Okay.
was enchantment.
Well, can we get rid of it?
And I was doing this for the sake of my own curiosity. But I am not wasting another spell on that.
Because
Guys,
we need to know what we're getting into before we go and face Draftar. And
Oh, these things can't talk. They do this song that scares everyone. They just
Nero
sort
could
of-
talk. He
Nero
just
could-
didn't like to.
Could he talk? Nero couldn't
Yeah,
talk.
it talked. It just took a while to get it to talk and open up because it was a very shy little creature.
Oh yeah, it did. It said it didn't say much though. Yeah.
I just want to set them free, especially if there's other creatures in these other cages.
Hmm.
Do you realize you're just setting fiends free?
And
All right, fair point. As Imperial takes out a snack pouch you haven't seen.
Anybody have any raw meat?
Imperial tosses your raw meat.
Iblis, roll an investigation.
Guidance.
Can I help?
Sure.
I'll give Iblis advantage. I won't roll.
Yep. You have advantage, Iblis.
Don't ask where that meat came from.
Roll a d4. 30-20. As you're all having this argument and conversation, Iblis and Reagan go over to the dead body as you start looting through the area, and you find a ring of keys.
Wow, it was that easy.
Yeah. Oh, this fucking party.
Okay,
What's the average wisdom score of this group, by the way?
mine's
Well.
actually really high.
Yeah.
A 16 for me.
Yeah.
Wisdom's hindsight.
Hindsight, that was a great idea.
Hindsight 2020.
Best spell in the game. 11th level.
You know,
Okay.
wisdom does not equal hindsight, and wisdom does also not equal smart thinking.
I'm just
True,
gonna keep
true.
opening all the cages.
So, you end up opening all of the cages where you see different creatures in many of them. Some of them are humanoid, some of them are fiendish in origin, and I am using fiendish because if you remember Iblis, this thing was not a devil, it was a demon. Last time that you approached it. Select few other types of creatures that you can come across as well. There is something with celestial origin here, something with draconic origin, all of which you can easily drag out. And after taking the time to unlock, first I have to ask, what is the first one you're going to unlock? There's a celestial, there is a
Celestial.
fiend,
Little Nero.
the little Nero looking thing.
Yeah, let's get Nero back.
Okay. So you unlock the bracelet from it, and almost immediately it starts opening its hands where you see in the left palm there is a mouth, and in the right one there is an eye. The two eyes stay shut for the entire occasion as it starts moving the one hand around, trying to look. And the mouth on the palm opens up.
Give it a raw meat.
Oh, yeah, I'll take out some rations, but then I'll start to get my bag ready to throw it inside my bag.
Okay. You toss it some rations, and the hand whoosh, grabs it and starts chewing onto it as the eye is just looking at each of you back and forth. Dang it. Who here speaks Abyssal?
I can understand Abyssal.
That means
No.
you. Oh yeah. Wait, no. You can communicate with any creature with your monk feature.
Yeah.
It starts. It's just so nice. Yeah. What it's saying is, what the hell is this? Who the hell are you? Where the hell am I?
I say slowly in common, do you speak common?
The hand like snaps in your direction. It goes, what did that thing threaten me with?
I say louder and slower in Elvish. Do you understand me?
Do you understand the words that come out?
Stop, everyone. You've been caged by someone we think is a necromancer.
You caged me.
Do you remember anything?
It stole me. The masked creature. It stole me.
Masked. And then Reagan will describe Markov 2.0. Is that what you were talking about?
Yes.
Since we can understand what Reagan is saying no matter what, I'm gonna look over. Wait. You know, there's always the possibility that it's Markov 1 or 2. Dealing with time bullshit here.
I'm hungry.
Do we have any more rations for it?
You see the hand is going down towards one of the still unconscious creatures. The one with
No. We've got food. Hang on. I know. I promise.
I'm gonna pull out the bag of ears.
You toss the bag and it shoves its hand in there, kind of like a bag of chips. Ooh, yummy.
Okay. And as it's doing that, I'm gonna start to get my bag ready to throw it in.
Do you...
I think we'll have more luck talking to the other ones.
It's not gonna like that bag, you know that?
It will learn to love me.
What happened to Glacies when I was gone?
Freedom.
Reagan's gonna still try and talk with it. Do you remember anything?
It pulls the hand out that is still chomping and chewing and then swallows. You watch the entire, like, arm, like, wiggle. Stole me. Threw me in that cage. It moves its other hand to look at it. And it spoke ugly language. Disgusting.
Did it... Do you know what they were trying to do with you?
No. When I bit it, it put something on me, and now I see all of you.
Yeah, that was the magic bracelet that we freed you from. You're welcome.
Because Reagan's acting as a translator.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and. Hold on, Minor Illusion. I don't think it can do anything that complex as copy of voice.
Minor illusion doesn't do that. You would need.
A kinku?
Not just the actor feat. There are ways around it, but like a minor illusion doesn't do anything that complex.
What language was the guy speaking, Reagan?
Do you remember any words from what he said?
No. Spoke gibberish. Made no sense. Disgusting, ugly language.
I'm gonna say, did it sound like this in Celestial?
Yes! That putrid sound.
Thought that might be the case.
Excuse me.
So speaking in Celestial, why would Dravdar be speaking in Celestial? Is that part of what's magic that he's using?
Not usually, but he could be expanding his knowledge.
Perhaps it's not Dravdar, perhaps it's like an agent of Leo or something. They speak Celestial.
Maybe so.
Do you have more food?
Imperial reaches into his bag, tosses him unremarkable meats.
The hand is just consuming. And then you see the one eye looks over at the limbs of the dead body. It looks back over and slowly starts tiptoeing over there.
Imperial picks up a limb, tosses it to him.
It catches it and starts eating.
This is why I missed Nero.
You guys want to
What
wake
happened
up
to him?
another one?
Yeah, let's start waking up some others.
Nero, I left him with Holland, and Holland did not pay attention to him, and he went missing in the Underdark somewhere.
Is Holland the guy that I got that I somehow got a pillow from.
Yeah, I still have that pillow on me.
So what's the next one? You're all waking up.
Dragonborn.
Okay. Now, this Dragonborn is much larger in physique, wearing nothing but a loincloth with many different scars, wounds, and stitches across its scaly exterior. It has a thick golden hide attached to it as well. And as you tinker with all of the different keys until you find the one and click it off, immediately, Iblis, I need an opposed athletics check from you.
Okay. Athletics.
The hand snaps up at your neck, and you watch as it moves forward, glowing with this harsh golden flame in its mouth, dragging you closer towards it.
We're letting you out. We're letting you out. Don't do that.
Roll persuasion, Reagan.
Wait, don't I have
Right.
advantage because it's a Dragonborn?
Oh yeah, favorite enemy. Go ahead.
Ooh,
You still have to beat a
Come
24
on.
or a 22. Oh, sorry.
21.
Oh,
Little low. It's just barely holding on to you. And Reagan, as you say that, it... What? It looks around furiously, and the moment it sees
she's got the
Imperial,
key. She's letting you go.
Yeah, Imperial's like sitting on the cart he used to be on.
it immediately looks at Imperial, drops to all fours, and drops into a full bow.
I remember this feeling. He has his fist on his chin, and I'm gonna say in Draconic, your name.
Folio.
Your association.
Mixed on. The golden, the pure. Servant to the Reds. It looks back up to you. Thank you for freeing me. Anybody else here understand Draconic?
I do.
Yeah, he does.
I do.
I think everyone
Reagan,
does.
you know everything. You just understand it all.
Did he recognize Lacey? Probably didn't.
Nope.
Can I roll a history, or is this just innate?
Yeah, is that-
roll a history?
Is that like a common
You know
thing?
No.
You know what? I'm gonna use my advantage.
Go for it.
30.
30. All right. So
Well, nothing can be a natural 30.
you want to bet? So as you're contemplating it, a few of the different places that you experimented with examining, not from Zodiac, the different memories that were associated with you, but not directly. You remember there was a plane riddled with dragons that worshipped all other dragons that were true in their nature. And the humanoid races were bound underneath the tyrannical rule of all of the dragon kind. Now, the chromatics were the ones that ruled over top of them as equals. They allowed them to interchange in society. They looked down at them as weaker, and because of that, wanted to protect them. However, not chromatics, the metallics. The chromatics, however,
I thought this was going to be a reversal
were
universe.
fully tyrannical. And this apparently belongs to one of the houses that served the Reds and can see you in your red skin and immediately associate you with nobility. However, he has a very strong fighting prowess, as you see Iblis's neck does have claw marks digging into it.
I'm gonna look over at Lucian. Not of this plane, he is.
Have you brought me to a new place?
Really?
Shall we rule it, sir?
Not in this form.
Let's kill the
But
leader.
I understand your enthusiasm. Last
Where
thing
is
you
the
remember,
masked one? It stands
I
and
was
starts
getting to that.
looking around aggressively. Where is it? I will incinerate it down to its boots.
he's gone. He's currently captured you along with all this.
He looks down at all of the other things and over towards the little fiendish creature that's chewing on another limb now. Just holding it in its hand.
I don't know how you got here.
A creature
No.
came to my home. Attacked the village, searching for something it deemed as pure. My job was to defend them to death. I was not given that honor. It slapped an object on me that caused me to fade in my vision. Not before I landed grievous blow. It looks down at its right claw.
The wrong target for a grievous blow, if I remember correctly.
Will not happen again. I thank you for the second opportunity. Gabby, you're muted.
Is his hand missing?
No, he just looks down at it with a fondness of memory, as many creatures who are enthusiastic about war typically do.
Was the creature that attacked you, did it wear a mask?
Yes.
I illusion the mask.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this gets more complicated. You do whatever you do. If you find it, good luck. And I'm gonna turn away, just like, okay. So
I am allowed to just go? I do not owe you
I
a
don't
life
care
debt.
what you do. Just leave me alone.
I would appreciate it if you help us beat someone up here.
Someone
Would that
else.
please you, Red?
What? Oh, okay, sure.
Very well. He goes and stands next to the cart beside you.
Oh god, I got a lapdog.
What were you saying, Reagan?
I was gonna say, you could help us fight imprisoned you here. I mean, it might have been the person in the mask who captured you, but it was for
I will
person.
destroy that creature and incinerate it to its boots.
That's what we're gonna try to do. So you're welcome to.
Do you remember anything that they were doing to you after they put the bracelet on you?
They were an accomplished fighter. The moment they were able to land the bracelet on my wrist, they started dodging my blows.
Sneaky fucker.
But it duplicated. Maybe my vision was hazy, but I thought I saw more of it.
Do you know how long you've been in the cage? Like, where did you come from? Anything? Or were you asleep?
This is the first thing I remember. I apologize about your neck. I was reaching for his last time.
Fighting spirit. Imperial. The moment he gets his worshippers, he's unenthused about it.
I'm gonna go down to, so it's just a celestial left, right?
There is the celestial one and a few humanoid ones.
Fulio,
Yes,
indeed.
it's EO though, Fulio.
Gabby, I have an idea. I want you to do your brightest light possible. That we're gonna pretend they're in heaven.
If I do my brightest light possible, you guys won't be able to see for a while.
Try to look away. Not your brightest then, but pretty bright. We're gonna wake up all the humanoids.
Are you going to thaumaturgy your own natural glow?
I'm gonna thaumaturgy, and then I'm also gonna use my radiant soul for this.
Okay.
Bust out my wings.
Unbeam it.
Sunbeam. I am your god.
And now you're dead.
And then I'm
So-
also gonna change my eyes to glow.
Alrighty, so you unlock the chain off of the Celestial.
No,
And-
I was doing the humanoids.
Oh, the humanoids?
Yeah.
Okay. You unlock the chain from the humanoids, and all three of them act differently. Some of them strike out towards you in a failed attempt to punch, and they just ding off your breastplate. It's not really that intimidating. One of them tries running away instinctually, going, "Oh no 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 no," and just trying to book it out. The third one looks up and goes, "Mother Teresa," and reaches up towards you.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on the one that's running.
Okay. I guess that's a okay. I'll give it a 0. It failed.
Be still, humans.
I
I am
steal
Gabriella Sunseer. I know of what you have done in your life. That is not why you are here.
nothing. Gabriella.
Imperial in the background is playing the lyre, like, slowly.
Okay.
Somebody has done a great wrong in this realm, and we seek your aid.
I swear I didn't steal nothing.
That's fine.
No, seriously, not a single thing. You know, it's and that thing I said behind the store. I didn't mean and
Can I insight him?
yeah.
Imperial's gonna look over to Fulio. This is what they do to entertain me.
You got a 24 on insight.
He definitely did the things that he's trying to say he didn't do.
I will use thaumaturgy to make my voice really loud and just, quiet, mortal!
You all listen to Gabby's voice echo for miles around you.
That's probably not the best idea.
And this is what they did to upset me.
The other one is just like reaching towards your cheek, not allowing themselves to touch you, but just bask in your glow.
Oh god, who's talking about Uncle Car or Auntie Carmen?
I'm gonna drop all my wings and everything and land down in front of them.
Huh. You've saved me. You listened to the prayers. Did you free the orphanage? They look back at. Where's the orphanage?
There is no orphanage here.
Oh. But what of the children? They need a home.
Of course they do.
I will build one in your glory.
Fantastic. My name's Gabriella Sunseer.
I thought you were Mother Teresa.
No.
Oh.
What? Who?
They just start walking away.
I don't like being ignored like that.
Imperial
Let's
is like,
focus on the task at hand, please.
I'm trying to get us some aid here.
How about we pick up the one that's still asleep?
All right. Whatever. You guys are free to go.
Okay, I'm gonna say, oh, Mother Teresa's over here, and wake up the Celestial.
They look back, and the celestial creature is nowhere near the presence of what they expect, so no. However, you relinquish the chains from the celestial, and you watch as the eyes glow with a bright golden hue that sparks outwards in a shattering sound. As it leans forward, looking around at each of you.
Imperial. Well,
It looks directly at you, Gabriella. Good meetings, sister.
What's up? And Celestial.
Where is our home?
I don't know where you're from.
I am from the garden.
Yeah, never been there.
It is lovely. I am sure Mother would accept you there.
Whose mother?
The Albright. Or, sorry, not the Albright. Oh. The mother of the wilds and of nature. Of peace and harmony. Of favor to travel.
I meant like name.
Imperial from the background is just saying, that just sounds boring.
It looks over. What did that creature just say? I felt
He said
was
it sounds
disrespectful.
boring.
In Celestial, I speak. Yes, I did call it boring.
Her name is Zulu, the goddess of the river and of the forest.
Do I know anything about Zulu?
Roll a religion.
I don't.
Not at all, no. And who is your parent?
I don't know that I really want to tell you that.
One of the ones of secrets. That is fine. All are welcome still at the forest.
All right, can we put this one back to sleep?
Yeah.
Where is the masked creature? I wish
We have
to
no
redeem
idea.
it.
It's on another plane.
Oh,
That is unfortunate. It flicks its wrist, and you watch as a glowing, bright scimitar and a shield appear on this creature.
There are others that need purification.
I think she called it redemption.
Lucian, do you speak a Celestial?
No.
Okay, it looks over. What did that creature say? I felt it was disrespectful.
Oh no, it said there are others that need purification. I'm gonna say in Celestial.
What are their sins?
Kidnapping 3 humanoids, a dragonborn, this cute little thing that's eating a limb.
Undead.
Thievery.
It looks around. Is the fiend in its natural home?
Are you talking about me?
No, it looked over at, not Nero.
the little thing eating stuff.
I thought it was like more demon.
I mean, I don't guess this
It
is
is
its natural
a
home.
fiend is a demon or a devil.
Okay.
Every
Yeah, no, it's home's my bag.
every salmon's a fish, not every fish is a salmon.
You must retrieve it so it does not wreak havoc where it does not belong. It starts
Oh, he's
walking towards the city. We will find
he-
the sinners, and I will redeem them.
That works.
Reagan will kind of like look over at Gabby and Iblis and be like, maybe that's our distraction.
Yeah, I think you're right. We should probably follow. Let's go.
Wait,
You
we
will-
don't know what the city is. We don't even know where we are. What if we're just letting it loose on a regular mortal city in the Zodiac and we don't realize it?
Then we could always.
I don't
stop
think
it.
there's anything regular about that city.
I mean, maybe not, but we don't know that. We went through a door that said the present.
I think nothing considering the regular Zodiac normal. I see a dog waving its tail in the background, waiting for it to give it food.
As the celestial creature continues to walk away, where is she? Oh, she's not there. You lied to me, Carl.
No, she is.
Disadvantage
Look.
on your next roll.
Look, she's right
No, she's
there.
right here.
Oh,
She
okay, that's fine.
behind the
That's okay. Good.
drink cans because she.
I was looking at the stream overlay, not the webcams. No more
Stream
disadvantage.
overlays.
You're okay.
Okay. Shh.
Do not get my hopes up about the dog. But anyways. You all notice as this celestial creature is walking away, you smell a sweet, refreshing summer rain in the area that it walked past.
Oh,
Imperial gets up, and he's just going to say, "There's nothing that interesting about, Serenity. No offense. Okay, some offense." As I'm looking at Gabby.
What?
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to follow the Celestial.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
As
let's
am
follow
I.
it.
Is everybody
Alright.
following
Yeah.
Sure.
Imperial has
all
a
the people we
bodyguard
freed
behind
and
him.
everything? Yeah.
Very good.
No. As soon as you drop your hold person, the other person's running the fuck away. However, the other human who is basking in your glory is kind of like walking over to that celestial and begins to ask it questions about Mother Teresa. The Dragonborn is joining you. If you go over towards the little tiny creature, Iblis, it will look up at you and go, "Will there be more food?"
Yes.
Great. And it just climbs onto your back and latches its mouthy hand onto your shoulder, just shink in there. As it keeps the other hand forward, looking around.
Yes, otherwise known as the octopus.
So, as you all walk out towards the city, I think this is where we can take a break. Everybody, we'll be right back.
All right.
Hello, everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. We are back. Sorry about that. A little bit longer than normal hiatus. However, in repentance of that, Doggo, enjoy. She is beautiful. He's so sweet. But anyways, everybody, you're following this celestial creature who is beelining it directly towards the city, approaching closely towards it as Iblis and Imperial. The two of you notice that upon this wall, now that you've been walking for a period of time, there's an entire large row of heavy ballista manned by figures up above. The wall is about 50 feet tall. There is a front gate that is currently lowered down with a moat, and about 5 or 6 guards out front of it.
Everyone in the cages.
What?
What if we have somebody push the cage thing and we all?
Oh, you guys have just been following. You probably left that behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going exploring more.
Okay.
Reagan is going to try and distance between her and like where she can still see people, but like hopefully she's not being seen with the group.
So like 30 feet.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So you all realize, the two of you realize the ballistas are being repositioned towards the celestial creature who is walking forward.
I think Reagan was right that this is our chance in.
How far away from the building are we?
Probably about 100 feet or so. You all are probably like 120. They are about 100 feet away. You all keep walking?
And so there's a wall and there's a gate.
There's a wall directly in front of you with a gate further away on the right-hand side, and up on top of the wall are these large ballista that are being manned by humanoid figures that are now being pointed in the direction you are all walking, but at the celestial.
Around the side? We're gonna say suggesting like they go around to the other side and let the celestial be the main focus.
Wait, did I just hear R2D2 there?
Yes, you did.
Maybe.
Sorry, I thought the birds did that for a second.
That would have been impressive.
That is my text alert.
So, are you all still walking forward? The celestial is.
I'm gonna break to the side with Reagan.
Okay.
Gabby, where are you going?
Is Gabby glowing right now?
I'm always
Faintly.
glowing.
Yeah.
Faintly.
Well, I mean,
As
you're like
a state of being,
there's like glowing, and then there's like
right now it is faintly glowing.
dim aura.
I'm not exuding right now, just glowing.
She is not actually a sun. Currently.
I'm going to continue
we'll-
to follow this celestial, but I'm going to pick up a rock.
We'll
Okay.
signal that we should head this way, and I will go that way.
I'm I'm gonna follow Gabby. This can't end poorly.
Okay. 12 ballista all get shot in this direction. Gabby, 1 hits you. The Celestial gets hit by 4. Iblis, since you are the last one still following, all of them missed you. Or aimed at you.
Whoa.
That
Okay.
slightly less cute.
That was awesome. Right after like 8 ballista hit, the dog is all like, "Oh my god!"
What was that?
Okay. So,
Interesting.
for each shot that hit... Oh, wait. Only 1 shot hit you, Gabby, right? Cool. Only 26 points of piercing damage. As this huge hulking arrow goes sinking into your stomach and shatters through the other side, piercing all the way through. However, as you watch the 4 sink into the celestial creature, they are pinned to the back of the ground, standing there.
Well, you guys
I
ready?
now need initiative.
Damn it.
Remember, or how long has it been? Has it been in? Or no, that
It's 8 hours.
It has not
8
been
hours.
8 hours.
So yeah, you got
It's been like a couple
plus
of hours
a
at
D8
best.
to your initiative.
Everybody remember to grab your tokens before you roll. Iblis, you have to re-roll because I closed out the initiative thing. Just put it back to an 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you.
I see 4 people on the initiative.
No, I'm counting how many players there are right now.
Ah, dear God.
Don't forget about Johan. This natural one.
Alright, I'm faster than an owl. That's good.
Or is he just really fast on the next round?
Okay.
Well, it just gives me more time to write down rhymes.
Good. Alrighty.
Yes, all the time.
Nobody move up.
Okay. So, as soon as those arrows sink into the ground around you, Lucian, you look back and you hear the large, loud, resounding echoes of shattering into this region, apparently skewering through the celestial creature that is just hung there between all of the other ballista. You see the one that shot through Gabby and is currently sticking out the other side, now fully moving through her body as you are jumping into initiative. What would you like to do, Lucian?
So we're like 100 feet from the wall, and they shot ballista at us, or at some of us.
Correct. The ones that are moving directly towards it.
And I'm getting the vibe that we're trying to like sneak into the town.
That's what Reagan and Imperial were trying to do.
Well, I'm gonna keep doing that then.
Roll a stealth check.
All right. Let me make sure I don't. Okay, I wasn't sure if I still had advantage. I did not. So 28.
Easy enough.
to
You start slinking through the shadows, utilizing your cloak to blend into the rainy exterior and starting to walk at a quickened pace, realizing that a large serpentine pattern is more stealthy right now than a slowly moving divot in the black void of their sight. So you start moving and approaching slowly towards the wall. Reagan.
She's going to. How far away from the wall?
You're about 100 feet away. 120, actually.
120.
Your
so that's
base
like
is-
around.
If you key point step of the wind, you can make it to the wall and part way up.
Yeah, that's what I was calculating.
Gabby, do you say that?
I did say that out loud before we went into initiative.
Don't move up. You hear Gabby over the rain.
Move up as in get closer, or what?
Yeah, don't get closer to the wall.
And Lucian's instinct was serpentine.
She'll kind of. Why are we getting close to the wall? She'll assume that Gabby has some sort of magic that she doesn't understand. And she'll try to, from a hidden position, hit somebody outside of the 150 range from her, which I think would be someone manning the ballistas.
Okay. You aim upwards, and you don't have disadvantage usually for long shots, but the issue is you're not able to see very clearly through the heavy rain and fog. You will have disadvantage on your shot.
Okay. Well, that means that she's just not going to be able to be seen either. So she'll take 2 shots at someone aiming.
Okay, go ahead.
So 26 with disadvantage
That is correct.
for 15. Or
For 12, you're not 150 feet away.
okay, so
You're
12.
120. You would have had to gone the other way to get that extra damage. But 12 is still pretty good. As your arrow shoots up towards the individual and pierces into them, you see they get knocked back, and the ballista is slowly being shifted in your general direction. Your next shot.
Next shot will be the person who's aiming the ballista.
Okay. Well, there's the one you shot that was aiming it, and then there's the other one who's pushing it as they need it aimed and adjusted.
Okay, so then it'll be for the second one also.
Okay.
One each.
Sure. Distribute the arrows.
Oh, there we go.
15 will be a miss.
Okay.
That was okay. Just only the 2.
Yeah.
You don't have bonus action shot.
Oh, I know. It wasn't loading, so I didn't know if it shit out on me or something.
No worries. But 15, you shoot it up there towards the individual and kind of splinters off of the wall before reaching them. All done? Or are you going to move at all?
She'll kind of move at an angle away, but not get closer to the wall, kind of diagonally to it.
Okay, so this way.
Mhm.
With Lucian stealthing, you are very easily catching up to him. Gabby, your turn.
Let's see. I'm 120 feet also.
You would probably be 110 since you were following directly behind this individual.
That's
Or no,
cool.
you'd be at the 100 mark.
I'm going to look up, look down, take 5 feet back. Have that rock I had in my hand kind of toss a bit. Good shot. My turn. I'm just going to chuck the rock forward and cast Earthquake on the gate. There's a lot of reading for you.
Thanks. For the duration, an intense tremor rips through the ground in a 100-foot radius circle centered on that point and shakes creatures and structures in contact with the ground in that area. The ground in the area becomes difficult terrain. Each creature on the ground that is concentrating must make a con save. On a fail, the concentration ends. When you cast a spell and at the end of each turn you spend concentrating on it. Wait, stop typing things. I need to read. Wait. On a concentration broken. On a failed save, creature is knocked prone. When you cast a spell on each turn that you casted, concentrating on it, each creature on the ground in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a fail, the creature falls prone. The spell can have additional effects depending on the terrain in the area, as determined by the DM. Fissures. Oh.
She created an earthquake.
Roll me a D100, Gabby. You want 90 or higher.
Oh, mama! 99.
You got lucky.
I think there are more than one gate now.
No. As it starts ripping through the area, bounding and resounding loudly, you watch as part of the wall starts to crumble downwards. In front of the gate directly, you see a rippling fissure emanate, stretching outwards, opening wide as the front section of this wall is beginning to fall inside of it. Lucian and Reagan, the two of you who are closer towards the gate, running alongside, aiming towards that area, you see down inside of this large fissure is a torrent of scaly exteriors rippling over one another in a constant ball. The ball stretches about 80 feet wide, and from what you can see just right now, about 20 feet tall. But that's only the top of a presumed sphere, potentially bigger and larger, that all of these creatures are falling into as the fissure erupts in that location. Luckily, whatever that creature is, it does not seem to be waking up. That's been there the whole time. You're lucky.
Wait. So there's like a rolling like creature, like a snake ball that's like in...
A scaled ball at your perspective right now. And it's about 100 feet in front of you at that gate where the walls are currently falling and caving in towards.
Reagan's gonna like look at Lucian and then like point over at the thing and be like, huh?
Lucian, with all of your vast knowledge of creatures and arcana, your only possible response is, huh?
Imperial's gonna look over.
Roll me a history check.
I've already used one advantage. I'll use it on another. It seems important.
Your last one.
21.
A 21?
Mm-hmm.
There is one elemental creature that belonged to this plane before the dragons came, and it was birthed here during the era of the elementals. You're not sure if they caused it to be birthed or if it was a response from nature itself in order to power back against the creatures wrongfully inhabiting this plane of existence, or possibly a creature that was brought here on accident or intentionally in order to take it away from its home. It is a monstrosity that is large, looming, scaled, and multi-legged. It is the size of a city and is known for toppling down any empire in its tracks. There is no known possibility of penetrating its nearly perfect armor and killing it. It is a creature known as a Tarrasque.
Imperial is immediately
You
going to
rolled a
look.
99, Gabby. You're fucking lucky.
I didn't wake it with that.
You didn't. I told you needed
Okay.
90 or higher.
Whew!
Imperial,
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you,
Can I
Gabby.
say stop your concentration on earthquake?
Imperial's gonna look at Gabby. Look at it.
I'm gonna.
No, hold on.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna whisper one thing to Lucian.
Just the word makes your entire spine freeze, Lucian. And you're anticipating fighting a god.
I'm going to cast one spell on Gabby.
Okay.
Wait, are we still in combat?
We are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna smile at the party.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. It's your turn.
Yeah, it's still my
was your
turn.
Action. That was your action.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna smile at the party, and then I'm gonna skip back 25 feet and just go la 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 la. Your turn. That'll be it.
Iblis.
Ugh.
You don't know what that thing is, but it doesn't look pleasant.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the people that are still
On
fighting
the
us.
walls that are falling down into the erupted earth that Gabby has caused.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, take your shot. I'm gonna say disadvantage because they're moving targets falling 40 feet down into a crater.
So
You
would
have
it
to
be
catch them before they hit.
would be a straight roll with what is it? The thing that makes me reroll a miss, or actually it would just be disadvantage.
It's yeah. It would just be a disadvantage one, I think.
Okay, let's end this combat. Heavy crossbow. Okay. Disadvantage.
One of the
23.
bodies falling off. Roll your damage. I'm gonna say you have sneak attack on this. I mean, they are very surprised as they are falling to their death. That ow. You have to turn off your Dread Ambusher and Hunter's Mark. So
Hunter's Mark
that is
on it? Oh yeah.
yeah, and Dread Ambusher.
Dread Ambusher's first turn of combat.
Okay, so that's 12 plus 11 is 33. Yeah, the creature, as it is falling downwards, you shoot flat through the head and their body goes limp as they keep falling.
Oh, nice. Anything else that looks threatening?
Shoot another one. Unless you want to shoot at the giant ball of scales.
I don't think it's
No.
awake.
One of these days I knew you were going to bury a city with a Tarask.
What are you talking about? A city buried a Tarask.
So
Shoot again, Iblis.
Anyone that looks like they're trying to still attack us. 24.
There's a couple on the wall. They don't look like they're trying to attack. They look like they're trying to not die, but you do hit.
Okie dokie. Oh.
13. They are hurt before they fall and die.
Okay, let's make sure somebody else falls in there with our last shot.
Okay.
Because Stalker's Fury.
Go for it.
Disadvantage. Ooh, 17.
That would actually still hit somebody, yeah.
Awesome.
14. They are also falling to their death still.
All these force damage. Cool. I guess that's
Siege
my
weapons are falling with the wall as you watch. The wall is starting to cave in towards this massive earthquake that Gabby is concentrating on. Slamming into the area of that creature and the earth that is still sinking around that territory. They're irrelevant right now. Imperial!
Imperial is gonna look at Gabby with fury and rage. I'm gonna cast Dominate Person.
Okay, that's a wisdom save.
Actually, it might not.
Dominate
It is a
spells
wisdom.
are usually wisdom, yeah. Gabby, wisdom save, please.
Hold on. Might be able to get away with something else. You know what? Fuck it.
Counteroffer, why do you not ask?
Counter offer. This is Imperial.
Okay.
You know, fuck it. I'll be nice this time. I'm going to shout. For the love of anything you care for, what you're trying to awaken down there is going to murder everything. Not us, not the town, the fucking plane. So stop.
Gabby. Muted.
No? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to stop concentrating?
I have him roll a persuasion.
Sure. Imperial roll of
Sure.
persuasion.
You know, somehow I wish I'd saved my my advantage, but 28.
I'm gonna stop skipping and just. Oh, yeah, sure.
And the tremors stop.
Can I use my action, or was that my action?
That was your action. To stop a Tarask from being awoken.
Yeah,
Good action.
I'll accept it. I'll accept it.
Thank you, sir.
Can you tell him that we nearly just awoke a Tarask?
He wouldn't care.
He'd laugh at us.
Bookie.
That looks more like a piece of haggis.
So, since you stop your initiative, or you stop the earthquake, we can call initiative there. Imperial. Folio is standing directly in front of your body, flexing outwards, taking up as much space as possible.
Reagan's going to continue kind of sneaking around the side to try and use what's going on up front as a distraction to climb the wall.
Please roll stealth.
Is the celestial person? Did she get killed by all those arrows, or she
She's
just
still
pinned to the ground?
skewered. She's not breathing.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
just curious. Maybe she was strong enough to have like some hit points left, where she's like,
Not when you take 4 ballista.
Reagan took 1 and was at half health, so
Reagan, disadvantage?
Oh.
I accidentally still had it from the shot. It's
No problem. 28. Cool.
Hold on. I might have realized something interesting. I'm just gonna double check. Go on with your lives.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. At 3rd level.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
during my memories of Schultz, I definitely saw some weird fucking dinosaurs, didn't I?
Yeah. You have access to dinosaurs.
I'm going to look at Folio.
there she goes.
You'd be willing to accept the spell, right?
What?
If I were to cast a spell on you, you would accept it.
Of course. It is my duty to protect the red.
Good. Just be ready for it.
Very well. He
I'll
gets
give
into
you
a
a
fighting pose towards the wall.
No. I'll give you the order to rampage. You'll know what to do then.
Very well. You also have to
No.
know whatever you polymorph him into, he has to be of a CR equivalent to it.
What CR would he be?
Roll me an
If I
insight.
could ask that. Insight,
However,
insight.
while you're doing this, Reagan, you're moving at a very quickened pace around the side of the wall, where as you get a little bit closer towards it, you do see that the guardsmen on top of the wall are moving over towards it. But they're not moving very fast. They're moving incredibly slow as they approach closer towards. They look down at the sections of the wall that has caved in and fallen, and you realize that part of the city has sunken down as if there was a lower level affected by this earthquake. As you get closer, there is still that looming creature down there. And you see, walking forward, looking at the gigantic hole, is a person a little familiar to you. Though their skin has reformed considerably, they still have a greenish hue of fungal growth about them. The muscles have gathered and strengthened quite a lot as well, as they are moving forward, flanked by 5 large individuals in full armor and 1 hooded individual standing but feet away from them. They seem to be looking down at the large hole and crater that was produced. This individual raises their hand towards it, and you watch as a shimmering light appears over top of the hole and makes it look like flat-surfaced ground right now. When the individual turns around and starts talking to the hooded individual, you see them raise their hood just enough that you recognize a mask underneath it. The 2 people you are looking at are Dravdar and Markov.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where we're going to end tonight.
How dare you?
And Regan's all by herself.
So,
Maybe Iblis is over there. I would allow Iblis, but nobody else.
I was gonna say I was gonna go through the front door that Gabby made.
You mean the
It's
front
all
wall?
front door now.
Yeah, front wall.
I thought I was in the vicinity. I mean,
Well,
Regan
you're
and
over
I-
towards everybody else. Regan immediately stealthed away. You guys were doing...
I was stealthing too.
Yeah, but compared to a monk,
I'm not saying I'm the same, but
I'd put you like 40 feet away from Regan, at best, before Regan freezes up after seeing what she sees. I've been waiting for this plot moment to become relevant for so long.
And
so
you're
is it
gonna-
Markov or Markov 2.0?
You don't know. You see a mask.
find out in the next episode.
Dragon Balls
Zodiac.
in my mouth. Remember when I used to say that all the time? I was so stupid. Wait, were you around back then when I used to do that, Carl?
Yes.
Yeah, that used to be my intro was the last time on Dragon Balls in my mouth. So terrible. But anyways, players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. I know it's a little bit shorter than I would have liked, but I can't think of a more presentable moment to end it on than Regan seeing the 2 people she hates above anybody else.
Mhm.
So, everybody, we'll be back again next week. Bye.